Oh. Okay, so there's a multi-step process. Bear with me as I talk through y'all. So their link doesn't work. I don't know what that means. Bear with me. I've never streamed before. This is not only just not really a real stream, but it's a homework assignment insofar as I'm working with a technical conference next month. We're going to get a hell of a lot of live streams. I need to know if I can chop them up into small parts. Like if you have a talk track of software developers and current stream's bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you have a bitrate stream of 9500. Well, guess what? I probably can't. But all I really need to know is let's get a couple hours of this, and then I will try to chop it up into small bits and see if YouTube massively parallel does all the editing so that all of the clips get published quickly. You know, quickly meaning half an hour, something like that, as opposed to me downloading the whole thing, chopping it up one by one, editing them together, and then re-uploading them one by one, and that would take a million years. So I don't want to do that. So this is me taking advantage of the fact that I need to make a map for the new Dwarf Fortress world, and also do this bit of homework. And drink a coffee. Alright, but first I wanted to check to see if this is even working, because I've never done this before on my channel. Oh, it is working. Cool. Alright. Alright, so leave that alone. I need from this a heck of a lot less land. Get rid of this. I don't care about that anymore. I may not do this exactly the same way I did last time. RAM, yeah, don't care about that. The intro for the new series is not going to be as long. I promise. Yes, get rid of that. Nagulustebob. Alright. Caffeine. Those credits can stay in for the moment because I might need them. Realm label. I like the ice sheet. It's gonna have to move, but I don't want to lose how I did the ice sheet. Credits can be missing. References can go away. Really, I just want the background here. Let's see. Canvas size. What's the maximum? 6400. God damn it. Oops. Hold on. Stop flapping in the wind. You bastard. Alright. Sniff. Alright. Cancel. 3000. Oh, so it's clipped. Screw you then. Do I have an original? Yes, I do. Okay. And the original looks to be about the same. Okay. Alright. Get rid of that. Whoa. And this will be the new world. Needs to be squished, though. Here's the new world with things on it. So first of all, color range. Don't really need any. And voice copy. Whoa. No, that's right. That's right. I did it right. Ooh. Okay. This is going to get much squished later, so I suppose. Oh, look, there's water bits. Oops. Bear with me. I'm going to just check to see if anybody's commenting. No, no, no. Do not play in my ear. Okay. Okay. Let's see. As one can see, there's lots of goblins up here. They seem to be interspersed with everybody. Goblins, elves, dwarves, and humans. Down here, it's some dwarves, some humans. I don't see any elves. And a couple of speckling of goblins. So I just don't know why they're all concentrated up here. There's no, like, barrier to getting down here, apparently. But it's yet one of those worlds that is mostly goblin, but not nearly so extinct on everybody else as Thurzal was. Alright, and then having the only other non-goblin entity turn on you towards the end? No. Okay. So, let's see here. Talking and thinking are hard to do at the same time. 3,200, 1,899, 2,400. 32 is fine. We're going to want to increase this somewhat. It's going to blur things out, which is unfortunate. But what can you do? Alright, alright. It doesn't look that bad. So, one of the first things I do... Actually, let's knock out the rest of the color here. I wish this map showed the rivers by their width. But I don't think it does. Oh, look at these. You can tell underneath used to be a human town, but then the goblins moved in and built up all their weird foxholes and such. Okay, so anyways, before I get super distracted again, take it out. All right. Whoop. Well, no, that's not correct. Copy, paste. All right. And we want this to have a bit of a stroke. Yeah, on the outside. 2. No, let's not do stroke. Let's do outer glow. Color boing. 20. Let's make it 60 for the moment. Okay. It seems to remember the previous burns. 120. It's a good start. Another effect. Let's put that stroke in after all. 1 black. And make it burn. There. Maybe now I want to. Right. Now, let's see. Can I have I can have 2 outer glows, right? So let's have another outer glow. No? Why can I not has 2 outer glows? You bastard. Alright, let's do the drop shadow then. Put it 0 distance so that it doesn't matter. Size. Okay. It's aliased, noise. Oh! That was not intended, but I like it. Alright, doesn't need to be... Actually, let's just do the color burn. What was the other one? That's alright. Let's make it 15. And make the other one not as intense anymore. 25. Oof, well, 50. That's not as bad. Okay. So it's a good start. Okay, so there's the general layout. I need to start figuring out how this correlates to anything here. First off, this needs to be fixed. And actually, before I do that, we need to convert to indexed mode so it doesn't try to reinterpolate the colors. It will just do pixels and nothing else. No fuzzy business. Nothing like that. Let's see. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, image size. Sorry. So I want it to 1. Oh, we use screw bag. Okay. Disinfect. Okay, make the darn thing square. Okay. It's probably not the right size. Let's find out. Bloop. Nope, not the right size at all. Okay, so how we deal with that by... This is a guidepost. I don't need it for anything other than that. So, well, actually, let's just find out here. Image size. 2064. Okay. Where'd you go? Image size. 2064. Actually, pretty much exactly twice the previous. Okay, actually, yeah, I can have those back now. Did it work? No, it did not work. It undid itself when I clicked that button. Okay. Alright. Bloop. I didn't land on it. Seems to overlap though. Oh, that seems to be as close as we're gonna get. Oh, it's a double. So this is supposed to then be a particularly large continent, or this a particularly small, and yet somehow miraculously dense, so that the gravity's of the same planet. Coffee. All right, so let's see. Our guidepost isn't very guidely. Let's see. I'm going to drop over to Dwarf Fortress here, because in fact I need... Oh, shoots. How can I get it to export it? I'm going to play the history real quick. By the way, the world's called Monkagu. There were a couple... I got 2 Katahdins, which I really wanted because of the name. Because that's the name of the highest mountain in my home state, Katahdin. However, the worlds themselves weren't really what I wanted out of world. The name itself isn't sufficient. Whoops. Crap. You can't see what I'm doing now because I'm not recording the desktop. But no, do not go through 2 weeks of me having to abort this whole thing. Fine, I'll come back and do something over here. So roughly speaking, we need... How am I going to capture those? Because the exports don't show the ice sheets, I don't think. Actually, do they? Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. What I need to do is consolidate these colors. So select color range. Oh, good. Good. Is there more than that? These don't count. How about down here? Doop. Ooh, I missed a color. All right. So these will be our ice sheets. And I really don't need this anymore. So just get rid of that. It's just as well I did not save that, as that would be terrible. Bloop. Of course it went off. What happened to putting things in the center? Alright, so there's our ice sheets. That seems to match up okay. What I really want here, because I'm pretty sure this map had one particularly impressive river that like starts over here somewhere and comes up down, and it's really big, unusually large river. I want that to be present on the map. However, the maps themselves, as I told you over here, let's see, can that be the case? Like, I assume this thing here is part of the main river, except no, it doesn't really connect. Maybe this one? It's hard to tell the magnitude of the river from these maps. Here's sort of a mashup I did to try to act as a guidepost for what I want to do. Got rid of this, don't need that anymore. That's the one we're working on. I should probably save it soon. I've got this. Here's the mashup. There's their version of the mashup where it's just harder to see the sites, which is why I don't use it. And biomes, which I got. So, okay, and this, let us be safe. Save. Oh. No! Alright, save as. Dwarf Fortress. New folder. I don't know that you can see this, you probably can't. New folder. Season 7. New folder. Master. It's a folder I create in every project to store the PSDs and the sort of original files and stuff. So Monkagu PSD, well, map PSD. All right. Is that Monkagu, Monkasagu, Monchagu? I have my own for various fictions that I haven't written yet. Sort of a future English, because things change. With a new, not a new, but a mutated alphabet. I even have the font. Do I have the font? I made the font like 15 friggin' years ago, I think. I don't know if I've installed it here, though. In fact, I don't know if I still have. I must. I have backup files. Let's see. But I want the fonts. What would I have called it? I'm gonna guess it's not here. Sample. I don't see it, no. But in it, I could even actually read it very slowly, but I could read it. And it, you know, some of the characters are familiar, but they've all mutated. And in that, certain letters that we're familiar with go away. Everything becomes phonetic. So X is K, period. If you want X, you have to have XS. And then if you reverted the phonetics or whatever to modern English, you'd have to use double letters for any of the long vowels or any of the soft consonants. So if you want P, it's P, you know, it's the P character. But if it's F, double P. S, double S, sh, teeth, or double teeth. And then there was a second character for the like the hard soft T. But K is, or X is K, and Ch is double X. And what else? Ah is O. O is double O, and such like that. E, A, I. Yeah. So when you spell it out in modern characters, some of the words get really long, which actually made them look very foreign, and I like that. So anyways, Lorem Ipsum is the name of our continent now. Boop. What next? Oh, I wanted to find a reference for that river, because the one thing... The problem is, I need a version of the map that doesn't have all of the places on it. You can't see that I'm looking at it right now, unfortunately. A board game. But maybe I can go back. Start playing Monkagu Legends. Sorry that I'm doing this to you. Sorry, it's loading. Sorry. Alright. Export map, detailed map, age of historical maps. Let's just make this bigger. Can I capture this? Capture desktop is required to take screenshots. I know, yes. Alright, now I have to, because I am the most forgetful who are you on the planet, I have to remember to turn off the setting I just enabled because otherwise it will screw with later recordings. No, this is privacy. Notifications. Sorry, you can't see any of what I'm doing, I'm sure. Okay, done, done, done. Good, good, good. Open, open, open. Where did that go? That probably went to gaming. No, 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 no. Storage. Video work. Desktop. All right. Okay. So this is what you could not see. X. So here's a little guidepost. That's not really any easier. That's a terrible set of colors. All right. So what I'm getting at is this river is large. In fact, it even connects with what looks like a couple of different ponds. The problem is, am I going to be able to see that over here? Whoops. So you can see bits and pieces of it right here. This is the river. So let's turn this into some sort of reference here. Lighten? Ugh, okay. Okay, and then Mr. New Map, come on over. Thank you. Actually, over here. So it connects here. This is still a bit too intense. Let me tone it down a bit more. But now it's getting hard to see. Boo. All right, well. You know, big fat lines. Well, no, I kind of like this style better. So it comes in here. Shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Get off my screen. In fact, get off my screen too. I do not want you. I want you to go away. Thank you. Gosh. What was I looking for? This. Okay. So we're going to empty out into this bay. And then it kind of... Is that right? According to this... Oh, I'm already there. Okay, so it turns up here. And it more or less follows these humanc settlements. And then it turns... here. And then it turns again. I do not, for this map, need to follow their contours precisely. I kind of like the map to look more natural, like that it actually reflects reality a little. Well, not reality, but you know, sort of. Well, what maps would normally look like, I suppose. Okay, I can make corrections to this after the fact, but if I screw up this line, I'm gonna have to start all over again. It's not my favorite thing to do right here. I have done this kind of work, trying to slice out pieces of things like car bits and stuff like that for websites since 1998. And I think actually before then, but that 98 was when I started doing it professionally, as in a paid gig. So here you can see the river's getting bigger. It's getting pretty big. Turns, empties into the bay. I'm gonna make a duplicate of this so I don't lose my work, just in case. But I'm gonna cut that right out. So now we have a river sticking out of our continent, or sticking into our continent technically. Seems to go through the proper channels here. Let's bring that back. Let's do a new one. So we do have another river branch here. So we'll merge those up. I don't know if this is more of a bend or more of a lake. Can you hear the birds outside? Those things are called house finches. This one bonds with this pond. It's a relatively small river, so we don't want to put too much emphasis on it. Don't worry about the jagged edges. We will be doing some work related to that further on. Delete. All right, some of these, there are plenty of rivers. They don't all need this treatment. But this one seems to go further. So let's see here. Yep. Move this. Oh, well, that's okay actually. So the river itself, from about here. Wait a minute. Is that the volcano I'm looking at? Yeah, okay. This whole furrow here is this. Sorry, I'm getting my bearings again. So from here, it kind of goes right through all these settlements and past this volcano. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the volcano I am interested in setting up at. I found one on this map that is really pretty much exactly the kind of setting I would like to have, hence my interest. And I just noticed I'm going past a pond here, so I'm gonna merge that pond into it. And I noticed the river, ooh, branches off here. So one major branch goes all the way up here and another one goes down here. But to what extent do I need to care about having too many rivers? Let's do this branch since it connects with a pond. To a certain extent, with fewer of these settlements sitting right on top of the stupid river, I can actually see where it's going, which helps. It's weird that this pond is next to the river and not on it. Again, I don't have to have every river to every extent of every whatever the heck I'm talking about. Who are you again? I should be writing my novel. Sorry, if there's anybody here, there probably isn't. And you're commenting, you're probably not. I can't see it, I'm sorry. I'll poke in occasionally just to see, but I figure the odds are low. I am a relative unknown on the internet. Oh, that's why I can't do that, because I'm doing it to the wrong... Haha, okay. Take this away. No, it does not need to look amazing. But let's see. I mean, bloop, bloop, bloop. I'm missing the south branch. Oh, do I want to do this river here? I mean, it's not a very big river. I mostly just wanted to focus on this giant, like really wide one. I kind of feel like since it's part of this big river, I should put it in. Because I've taken all the time to mention this river, and then I'm not even going to do what to it? Okay. Let's extend it. And it seems for the most part to... sort of keep going this way. Bear with me. I've lost my bearings. I think it's supposed to go... I'm just going to connect these two legs if that's alright. I mean, the fact of the matter is, a billion years from now, when a copy of this has been dredged up and put in the alien museum, no one is going to know the difference. No one's going to care that one of these rivers is kind of wrong. We're going to be worried about the content of the episodes instead. Alright, and it does kind of branch off this way, so I'll go ahead and do that. Ooh, the cat is speaking. And it does kind of go down this way. Over here, but also over here. So, you know, it's an approximate. Just like my cat is approximate. Alright, so cool. Are there any other major river systems that demand this kind of attention? This one here, is that a road? Alright, yes. Okay, so this one requires my attention. Oh, I forgot how big the map is. Okay, let me zoom out and get a feel for what that means. Where are you in relation to you? Whoa! Bastard. Okay. You. Oh my god. You can tell I don't do this every day. Okay, so it's over here somewhere. There's the road. Alright. I really like some sort of tool that, like, somebody should do it. Somebody should take a bunch of, not necessarily sprites, not in the same sense, but yes. Takes this map, takes like mountain sprites and forest sprites, like, you know, hand-drawn, like pencil, and just starts splattering them around in obeyance of a Dwarf Fortress map. I mean, it could be done. It could be done. I mean, I could do it up in Perl. I've done image making software in Perl before. It would be slow. Perl is not really, you know, a blind light speed kind of language, but it's okay. It's very stable. It's very useful. Let's see. Is this it? I think this is it. So we're gonna cut into this bay here. I'm gonna zoom off this way ever so slightly. Seems to be that the river encounters a rough, evil patch. It bends this way, and then close to where the road bends, it veers this way and then starts heading back up again until the pond. So let's make it a fairly substantial river. There's another pond. It goes straight through the pond, so I'm already a little off. And take that out, but then let's put back in a bit of a delta. Bloop. Hello. All right. So let's connect that up with the pond somewhat. Okay. From here, there's an ever so tiny sort of creek that goes in, but for the most part it goes up to here. Okay, so alright, so it goes up through here. Yes, from here to here. And again, it's obscured and also turned funny colors by the fact that it's been evilated. And then it bends off in this direction, gets really close to a volcano, which, you know, makes me really like it. I think I inspected it though and found that it wasn't close enough to really make me want to use it as a fort area, but I haven't actually yet decided where my fort will be. I have, in fact, not even quite decided yet if I will do a fortress first or a character first, because there's something to be said for using the character to actually scout a place you might want to build a fort before you build the fort. Now, unfortunately, I don't think the character can find out if there's an aquifer. Is there a way to do that? Anybody out there know? if a character, like in character player mode, whatever, adventure mode. Adventurer, can they find aquifers? I am under the distinct impression that this stream continues on under this road, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. All the way up through here. Click, click. Can you hear all the clicking? I sure as hell can. And let's see, there is a... Oh, yes. There's a bit of a thing up through here. And it kind of goes on up around. So these are quite obviously not the only rivers in the world, but they're the ones that will make it onto the map. They are distinctive. You know what I want out of Dwarf Fortress really bad? I want the ability. Actually, they're two opposing, or maybe not, oops, maybe not necessarily opposing options to well, okay, so one is having the world compiler take a little bit longer, but it takes a look at, you know, it leaves the realm, the regions and objects unnamed at first, and then when it starts putting in the civilizations, and the civilizations start unfurling into histories, it then starts naming things from the perspective of the civilization in question based on some characteristic of the object that's being named. So, you know, if you got this river and it's going through an area that's controlled by some sort of evil spirit, I don't know how else they define evil biomes, then, you know, they're going to name it, well, something something river, but the name might reflect what's going on. Or if it goes past a cliff, you know, something like that. It would take a long time to render, but it would make the names make sense. And that's kind of important to me. Let's see here. Wrong one. Okay, so we got two major river systems. That's not the right map. This one's too small. Do any more deserve it? This is one, this is two. That one is not nothing. But as you can see, it never quite get to be the same thickness at the mouth. Neither do any of these. So I'm tempted to just leave it at that. Oh, get rid of this again. Just leave it at that. I am not Bob Ross. Let's see here. It's just that only having two seems a bit strange too. But putting a third clusters them up here. I should put in one down here just because it needs it. So let's do this one, assuming it makes sense to do so. My cat has gone off to investigate all the house finches chirping on the outside. They tend to make this thing they do when they're hanging out on the side of the house, often close to windows. All right, so let's see. Whoops, I cannot see it and the other thing at the same time. Okay, here we go. That'll be good. So it comes out here. We will cut in here. It joins up with this nice long lake. And then I don't know if it... Yep, bird just went right past me. I'm going to interpret this as a branch to the west and a branch to the east. Because the way it weaves around and connects, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I could research the other map to find out, but I don't want to. So there, screw you guys. So then let's do this branch here. I mean, that's perfectly acceptable river. Oof. I'm a little worried that I'll lose these. Whoops, I keep doing that. All right. I mean, you can see it's significantly less complicated than that, but I also don't know how to interpret some of these things. Oh, you know what? This branch here deserves some attention. And you know what else? I probably should do more. Nope, stop. Okay. Yes. It's just that rivers take a long time. And since I'm going to do some curvature stuff, I'm a little worried that the rivers may disappear slightly. Let's see. Does this deserve it? I mean, it kind of does. I think this one I can interpret without the other map. So let's come in. Let's connect these ponds together. Let's follow the general curvature of the river. Yes. And also here, there's another branch, that's fine. The heads? What do you call it? Where the sort of the stream first sort of coalesces into something recognizable? I don't know. But it's dripped with evil in this case. Alright. 2 in the north, 2 in the south. So we can gather from this that the north is more conducive to rivers, whereas the south maybe seems to have less rain. The coffee's getting cold. All right, here. I'm going to go poke my head in on yep, as far as I can tell, none of you exist. Okay. Right, okay, let's see. What do I want to do next? Oh, you know, part of what I want to do is actually, let's get this over with the smoothing effect. So let's see, expand by 1. That's wrong. Contract by 1. Modify smooth. Ooh, that's way too much. Let's say 5. Yeah, and see that? The rivers disappear. Smooth. 1. And then we will inverse that. I never remember the key sequence. Control Shift I. Shift I does something different than Control Shift I. Okay. Delete. Okay. So that makes the river bends a little more believable. And then we'll take this one out here and we will do a little bit more. What? Select? Modify. Smooth. Why isn't there a keystroke for that? Smooth. Let's go. Let's do the 5. And then actually contract that a little bit. And maybe contract that a little bit more. Contract 1 more. And then take that out. Control Shift I, take that out of the the big one here. So now our edges are a little bit less chunky. They're a little bit more like what a human being might have drawn. Alright, so let's see. Oh, was I talking about names? I was. The other thing I would like to do is friggin' be able to name them myself. Like, you know, I see this whole monstrous area here. What is it? These sort of plains with some forest, I think, right through here. This big river. And I would like to name that whole thing. And I can't. I can't name anything except a new fort. I can't even name dwarves. Oh, that's another thing I want. I want dwarves to have family names. I want the lineages to be tracked. I mean, they are sort of, just not their names. I wonder if that's like on the list somewhere, that eventually they will be able to have their own names. So let's see here. Those are the places where people are. Oops, did I not bring in the biomes? Shoots. I did not bring in the biomes. I thought I had. Okay. Oh, I copied from the amalgamation and then EL. BM? Oh, I'm lucky. All right. And look what did not line up again. Ah! Alright. Okay, so I want to now copy. Screw you. Paste. Alright. So this will be a guidepost for what I wish to do from here on out. Actually, you know what else I need to do? I need to make the landscape a little bit different. Color overlay. Let's get rid of this. Screw you. Effects. Color overlay. It still kind of makes me think that it's remembering from other things. Lighten. Screen color dodge. Linear burn. No. Overlay. I want it to just be a bit lighter than the sea. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's another thing I want, actually. Let's see. Let us just kind of zip in there. You know what? That's not how I did it before. Ah, shit. That was fine. Let's see. I just need a nice solid color. It doesn't need to be so blue. All right. That's the wrong thing. Okay. Okay. And again down here. Just sort of want to extend this out. Right, and do it again. And make the whole thing filter. No, I want to lock it. Lock image pixels so that I can then fill out the... Yes, that's specifically what I wanted you to do. There we go. Turn it all the same color. this mouse I've got starting to go too. I already have a replacement, but I'm going to use this one as long as I can. Modify smooth 10. Inverse delete. Inverse. Take this off. Fill. So it's kind of smooth, but also pretty close to what is real. And then do the same thing I did before. Make an ellipse. Let's make that ellipse 30 and okay, so 23.7. Okay. And then is this smart enough? Oh, good. Minus. I don't know what I need. Let's start with minus 400-ish. At this rate, you will not be able to tell the difference. Oh. 32, so 36. Close enough. Ooh, I am hiccuping all over the place. That's friggin' perfect. Okay. I never get things that right on the first try. Okay. So there we have our encapsulating ice sheet. If I remember correctly, I did a thing to make that ice sheet have texture. I made a copy of it. No, I don't need instructions. What do you mean locked? Did I lock the other one that way? Weird. Okay. Good to know I can do that though. And make that a different color. Put it below. I think it was the other way around. It was blue on top, right? So move that up. I know, Jeebus. And the blue one, put back under, and then move that down, and then that's pretty much it. The top one inherits from the background slightly, and then goes way off center. Yes, birds, I know you're out there. All its only purpose is to give it some texture. None of which is that. It could. Okay. Merge those two together. I feel like I need another couple of these to fill in the difference. This is sort of a stupid way to do it, but it does work. Oop, what happened? Did I just delete it? Put them all together with this. That's actually kind of ugly. Give the base a bit of stroke, but not quite so much. And the same here. And how does that look? Not great. It'll do for the moment, though. I can worry about it more later. Alright, so there's a lot here to do. I'm going to take a break.